Got this from a family member for Christmas, and I tell you, it's pretty cool, man. It was white, as you can see, probably see on the tail a little bit. It was white, and the arms were off, the legs were off, the torso was there, and I just got some milliput and did some clay work that I'm not great with, but pretty seamless job, pretty good. So I glued it all in, milliput it all up. You can see up here, maybe top of the shoulder, and in the back down there. But anyway, yeah, man, we're gonna I think I'm gonna dark shading this up and then start from there. I'm not 100% sure. I never did nothing this big, so we'll check it out. I think I'm gonna lighten them up a little bit. I'm using the matte war paint primer. I'm gonna dust them up a little bit before I go in with the real dark shading. But this is a pretty good piece. I didn't show you yet, but he's about 15 inches tall. I don't know if you can see that or not, but he's 15 inches tall. But we're just gonna go in here and just lighten them up a little bit. Probably can't tell on camera, but I got them a little lightened up a little bit where I want them to be. I'm going to go in now with some black and do some pre-shading. I probably won't show the whole thing. I'm just going to give you an idea what's going on. I'm pretty sure you guys know what pre-shading is, or if that's the correct term, but I'm going to go in. I'm going to turn down the PSI to about 20 maybe. Go in real light and do some shading where I want the shading. Alright, it's kind of loud back here. My humidifier just turned on, but you get the idea. I'm going to go in, hit all the wrinkles, and you probably won't see a whole lot of this anyway when I'm done, when I come back in with the lighter tones, but just get that real deep, dark spots and dark areas inside the wrinkles of the skin and stuff. So that's where we're at, and I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, here he is real quick after the shading's done, the pre-shading, all the way around. He looks the same. He looks like a zebra. What I'm going off of is a Star Wars website that kind of a lighter version. I have some darker browns possibly and some other things, but right now this is where we're at, onto the main color. Probably can't tell, but down here it's awfully bright. Don't want to move him too much, but I got to give him a matte coat before I move on to the next phase. All I used was this burnt umber, mixed it with some khaki and a little bit of white to get the desired caramel color look that you can see on his body. I don't know how well you can see it, but let me turn the light off. Caramel look on his body and the pre-shading and stuff. So it's the pre-shading in the base. That's what it looks like, and we got a little bit further to go. Left off here in the last video. I'm gonna get some more. I think I'm gonna give him a little more highlights. So I'm gonna go with some just some brown, maroon, and some khaki. I mixed it up. See what kind of colors we get. Let's see, man. See what kind of. Might have to add some white. Yeah. Might have to really. Wow. I have to split this up maybe. I have to add some white on that. So what I did was really probably didn't need to use the khaki, the brown, and add some white. I got a lot here, so I'll save some of this and I'll take portions out of it to put it in the to thin it down for the airbrush, and then probably give this some highlights. I decided to do some dry brushing instead on the highlights on the head because I don't want to compromise what I did with the airbrush already. So I'm going to go in. I know the light's bright in here. I'm going to try to see if I can give you, for example, like on the ear here, what I'm going to do is just hit it real lightly with some light tones. Just hit the very top surface. I know it's kind of hard to see down here, but that's the next step. That's where I'm at. Just hit the top parts. I'm going to take my time, and it's going to be a while. So right now I'll show you when it's done. If you can even see back here, but definitely lighten them up a little bit without compromising the shading so far. But I will have to go in and probably do some wash on it and some other shading as well in the deeper cracks of the folds of the skin. Okay, as an update, you can't tell, but I got some purple in the mouth. All I did is take some purple and water it down from Createx, and I took some brown, any brown will do, and I went around his hair, around his hair around his shoulders and head. But I think I'm going to go a little more darker, deeper around the bottom of the hair, and then on top, I'm going to do the same thing, but at the very, I guess, tips or something, or the edges, I'm going to put some lighter highlights in for the hair, a little more caramel. But we'll see. So this is the update right now. Next, we're going to put some red inside the ears. It's kind of hard to push videotape all this when this thing's kind of big, but I'm just trying to get it step by step. But who knows? But this is where we're at right now. Okay, update on it. I got it all pretty much. I know the lighting in here is not the best, but I got some reds and stuff in the ears and purples and around the eyes, but you really can't see it right here right now. But the shading's pretty much done. This isn't much of an update where you can actually see on camera, but I got all these all shaded out as best of my ability. So we're going to go with the eyeballs, which I'm not looking forward to doing because I want to make them look somewhat lifeless, like he has some sort of organic life in him. I may. Right here where I broke the ear off, I had to get some milliput and put a new piece on. I got to paint that, but outside of that, this is the best I can get in here. Put some wash in the mouth or something. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. I got to do the beak, the eyeballs, and the fingers, and maybe some touch up on some shading and be done. Okay, we have Salacious Crumb. A little different setup because he is awfully big, which is really cool. Got this from a family member from Christmas, man. It's a 3D print. He came in a few pieces, like I said earlier in the video. I don't know how long I'm going to make this. I'm going to try to make it quick, but right off the bat, I'm not happy with the eyes. I'll get closer up so you can see what I mean. But he's a very large piece, really cool piece, really neat piece, 15 inches tall. This has definitely challenged myself on it, but I don't know. It was really fun to do. I didn't know where I was going. I don't have a whole lot of, the only video I have is what you've seen already because I wasn't sure where I was going. I kind of did, but then kind of didn't, because being a very big piece is completely different. But anyway, let's just go ahead and I'm going to show you a little bit what I've done. Let me get a little closer. So for the head, glossed the eyeballs out. I did some yellows and orange in there just to change it up and to make it look more lifelike. That I'm really not 100% happy on the head. I mean the face. Let's see if I can get up higher too. Here we go. Not 1,000% happy with the face. It's just I feel like it's missing something. I'm here to critique myself as well. I need to get better, of course. Everybody strives to be better. But the shading turned out okay. I did a mix of some black paint and some pastel as well to get the desired shade I was looking for. But while we're up close, before I turn them around, I did, if you can see in the ears, I did some purples inside the eyes, above the beak here to give it some kind of life look, organic look. Some reds and purples, dark reds for the ears, but subtle, not too much, you know, to where it would be, man, it's just purple or red. And the mouth here, used a satin, not a gloss like I did with the eyes. I used a satin. It kind of looks like glossy on here. Did some wash, did some black, dark wash, and I did some purples. Just through the lines, nothing really crazy. Just through the lines, just to try to make him look more organic. His eyeballs, they still bother me. I mean, he's crazy looking anyway in the film. He's nutty. It's kind of cool. He's kind of screaming here, it looks like to me. But outside of that, let me get around the back of his head here a little bit. A little bit of like I said, I lightened him up. I wasn't exactly sure which way I was going to go with him, but I did darken him. I lightened him up and then I darkened him up. I know that doesn't make sense, or it kind of doesn't make, you know, I'm back and forth what I'm saying, but I was all over the place with this one. It was kind of a neat project to do. I'd like to do more bigger scale stuff. I definitely would love to do some more bigger scale stuff. Let me back him up a little bit. Well, get down here a little bit. Here's his hands, his belly. Just some browns and dark washes and some dark, actually some black a little bit. You can't tell too much on camera inside of his hair. I know he has lighter red hair in the movies, but I kind of went with my own thing. And the same thing around his fingertips. I put some pastels to make it look like he was dirty. His fingertips were dirty because he was kind of dirty, kind of a ratty, dirty type thing. And around the tail there, all the black pieces all highlighted and some shading. A lot of this stuff I based off of the pre-shading I did after I primered him. So after that, I just went in and just accented it even more because I lost some of the shading when I was back and forth what color I wanted him to be. Let me get down here a little bit with my camera so it doesn't bounce all over the place too much. His feet, kind of cool. I mean, you can't tell. It's awfully bright in here. It's awfully bright in here. I mean, it's a little more darker, and I got, you know, tones and dirt and stuff in here. You can't really tell. He's obviously darker on the bottom because he's going to be sitting on something. I'm not sure exactly what yet I'm going to be sitting on. Dirty fingers. I just tried to hit all the folds and all the defects in his skin. And let me take this thing off the camera. Let me take this thing off the tripod here for a second. In the hands, you know, the hands and stuff, the wrinkles and stuff, just try to accent everything. Like I said, you have to imagine being a little bit more darker, but not by much. A little bit more darker in real life because it's so bright, like I said, with all the snow we had. I got my windows shades drawn. I don't have hardly any lights on this except the lights in the ceiling, but outside of that, man, I think that's it. I did use satin on the fingernails. I hit them with some just straight licorice black, and then I came over top of it with some light gray tones, as you might be able to see. But that's it, man. There it is, Sedacious Crumb. If I said it right, Sedacious Crumb, whatever his name is. He's cool, man. His Jabba the Hutt's minion. Just call him the Crumb, man. Blowing him up. I'm gonna have him sitting on something, blowing it up, man. You know. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that supports the channel, and until the next one.